So, what do you think of David Cameron?
I don't mind him. Like, he's helped the economy a lot. Like, you can't deny that economic figures we're one of the fastest growing economies in the first world. So like, obviously it's easy to hate him. It's easy to say like people. Like, it's easy to say like he's a prick, whatever. Like, sorry about language, but like, you can't deny that we're one of the like fastest growing economies in the first world, and it's partly due to him. So you've got to give him some credit for that.
Right. Okay. That's. What about Nick Clegg?
Nick Clegg, I quite like Nick Clegg as a guy. I think he's like quite charismatic. I'd like the Lib Dems in general. Like, obviously he's MP here. Like in terms of his personality or policies, what do you mean?
Oh, yeah. In policies.
In policies, like, I like say like he wants to higher tax returns or like income tax, like a higher amount, so that can help like say people on minimum wage. That's one of the things you like about him.
Right. Okay. Have you got any opinions yourself?
I personally, I have no opinions on politics. I'm really sorry.
What do you think that they should be doing more to get young people into politics and voting? Do you think they should, more social media stuff?
I think, well, in terms of like the younger generation and stuff, I think they should try and put it into GCSEs and kind of start it off from a younger age, so people have. I have no idea what's going on, but that's
very good.
But I think they should start it off so people, well, like younger people in schools actually know what's going on, because I personally have no opinion, and I wish I did.
Well, what sort of issues do you think they should be addressing for young people?
Oh, I feel like I've got the difficult one now. I think the university fees is always going to be like a big one for university students. Like, that's not going to change. But then I think a lot of politics, like the way that it's displayed and the way that it's in the news, it's not made as relevant to young people as it could be. So they definitely could be a lot more work done on like education and make it more relevant. And I think if people don't know what they're voting for, then they're not going to vote. And I think that's why there's quite a big problem with people not voting.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you was Prime Minister, what would you change?
What would I change? Oh, that's a big one. I don't know. That's too difficult for me. What would I change? I would change that. I don't know. There's so many things to think about. I don't know.
I'd 100% change the university fees.
Yeah.
Because it's extortionate. And like they said, that was it Nick Clegg that said he was going to reduce it,
and then he massively upped it. Yeah.
And my brother spent £3,000 and I'm now spending £9,000, and I can't afford to do it, but do you have an option?
So, how much would you? What would you do then? What would you actually do? Give more money and?
Well, I'd look more into personal circumstances at home, because me personally, I am receiving a lot less money than I should. I know everyone's probably saying that, but the government aren't looking into like household issues as much as they should be.
It's not fair, like the distribution. Like, some people get so much money and then other people just get barely not enough to survive on. Yeah. And I don't think that's fair.
I don't think that it should.
Is that right?
I don't think how it should go on household income, not at all, because my personal circumstances, it should not go under personal household income.
How else could you do it apart from like personal income? Surely obviously, like, your personal circumstances are like, they're quite unique to the point where like it's like you can't. The best way to do it, the best generic way to do it to suit most people across the country, is look at the parents' income, because that 9 times out of 10 will show how much money a household has. Obviously for you it's difficult, like you fall into the range of where you just kind of like don't get anything at all, and because of like your mum's boyfriend's income, like you don't get anything. But that's like quite a unique situation.
Right, so who are you going to be voting for? Have you had anyone knock on your door?
I'm not. There's a squirrel there. And, right there. A good picture.
Have you have you slammed a door in anyone's face? And have you?
No,
Have
like
people
if
knock on your door?
anyone,
Would you like people to knock on your door?
I don't mind. Like I'm into my politics, so if anyone from any party comes on my door, I'll have a chat with them. But in terms of like, I'm in halls now, so obviously no one comes knocking on my door asking about politics. But same when I'm at home, like. Why is that? Like, look at that squirrel right now. Look at that squirrel right now. What's it doing?
He wants his opinion.
What is it
Your
doing?
opinion on politics.
Why has it come so close?
Well, he's trying to say,
It's
about
unnerving
animal
me.
rights. Have you got any
It's a
opinion
Green
about
Party vote, that
animal
one.
rights?
It's a Green Party.
Views on animal rights. I don't think squirrels should be allowed that close to me. What's it doing? Get a picture of this. What is it doing?
Anyway, who you voting for?
Who am I voting for? I don't know.
Green Party?
No. I'd probably either
UKIP?
vote Lib Dems or Conservative.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yourselves?
I'm a Labour voter.
Labour.
Labour.
Okay.
You're
have
not
you,
registered to
I've
vote.
not read. No, I've not. But I.
have you? Can you give it? What do you think of Nigel?
No, what I don't think now.
Oh, I'm not. I think he's just a character and it's all a fake. And there's a lot of bad things disguised behind a quite like comedy character.
Right. And do you think that he's going to pull in a lot of the votes?
No, like, isn't there a poll show that he's going to get at 4 MPs? Like, UKIP that's because like one problem with that's one thing I would change actually. I would change first past the post, make it like proportional representation to like represent smaller parties better, because it's not fair now. It's just dominated by Labour and Conservative really, and I wouldn't let the SNP involved at all. I wouldn't let them get anywhere involved in like the Westminster Parliament.
Right. Okay. How would you do? Would you lower the fees? They've increased the fees, haven't they, for putting your name up?
What do you mean?
As a candidate?
Increase the fees to put your name up?
Yeah, they have done. So you got less and less people.
No, I don't think that's fair. I just like. What do you mean? Sorry.
Well, the Monster Raving Loony Party and
yeah.
It's
It's difficult that one, because like it's been like increasing the cost like democratic. Would it be classed as democratic? I don't know. I don't think it is democratic to increase the cost.
Right. Okay. Now, why do you think people are not voting or not bothering?
Well, I get emails all the time and stuff, but like I said before, I've got not that I don't have an interest in it. I just don't know enough about it, and I think just getting a few emails here and there, that's not giving me any more information about who to vote for. So I've not put myself down to vote purely because I don't have enough kind of resources.
Do you think politicians get too much of the limelight on radio, on TV, and do you think that they're alienating a lot of young people?
I just think it's all a farce. I think it's all. Yeah, but they're all doing it just for the spotlight, really. I think
Everything they do
it's
seems
false promises.
it's fake. Like
Yeah.
they'll go to a school and read with the kids, but it's like, well, like, does that really matter? And it just seems to be what they do is to get the votes and not actually to improve the country. That's like what they're interested in. And I just think it just seems like fake nonsense. So I don't take it seriously at all.
Right.
I don't know. What I don't like about politicians is their inability to answer a question. Sorry, I've got a cold.
But that's part of being politics, isn't it? To evade the
Is it though? Is it part of politics? Do you think it is part of politics now? But should it be part of politics to avoid questions?
It shouldn't be. But
so that's what I don't like.
Yeah, the basic training and skills, to be a good politician is.
It's like now. So like Conservatives have pledged like more money to the NHS and like, so they release their manifestos, and one thing like you can say about UKIP is like one thing UKIP did that other parties didn't do. They released it to like an independent body. I can't remember who it was. It might have been like Office of Nationals. They released it to like an independent body, their manifesto. So they like an independent body, a neutral body, like assess like have they financed all of their options correctly. No other party's done that. No other party has actually has proof that every policy they've got is accountable. So I think. What my point was saying there was like, basically like, Michael Gove was on that Sky News, and he was getting interviewed by the guy, and he was just swerving questions, like absolutely just refusing to answer them, and just like wouldn't give a direct answer. And just like Michael Gove, like Chief Whip, one of the most probably powerful people in Parliament, like if he can't even answer a question, like that's disgraceful.
Yeah. Do you think that there should be more presenters who are more forthright in getting answers out?
I don't know. It's not the presenter's fault. I think it's a lot to do with like the politicians just can't answer. It's party politics. I think that's a massive problem we've got in the UK. Just like strong party politics, so they just like align themselves to the party. And, like career politicians like Michael Gove has. I don't think Michael Gove's had a job out of Westminster, so he has no real experience. So they all just want to just align themselves to the party, do well, and hopefully like get more important, get a ministerial role, and just do it that way.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you very much for that. That's very good.
No worries.
Um,